In this video, we are going to look at some problems in combinatorics. In how many ways can the words below be arranged? A. Philadelphia, and then B. Mississippi. So let's start with the A part, which is Philadelphia. Now let's count the number of letters. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So Philadelphia is made up of 12 letters. Now let's start with P. You can see that P is repeated 2 times. And let's come to H. H is also repeated 2 times. And then let's come to I. I is also repeated 2 times. Let's come to L. L is also repeated 2 times. And let's come to A. A is also repeated 2 times. And therefore, the number of ways to arrange Philadelphia is equal to 12 factorial divided by 2 factorial times 2 factorial times 2 factorial times 2 factorial times 2 factorial 5 times. So 12 factorial divided by all of this will give 149,688,00. So these are the number of ways to arrange Philadelphia. Let's come to the B part. The B part says Mississippi. Mississippi. Now, how many letters are in Mississippi? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Mississippi is made up of 11 letters. Let's start with I. I is repeated 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times. And then S. 1, 2, 3, 4. S is also repeated 4 times. And then P. The P is also repeated 2 times. So therefore, the number of ways of arranging Mississippi equals 11 factorial divided by 4 factorial times 4 factorial times 2 factorial. And if you do all of that, you will get 34650 as the total number of ways of arranging the word Mississippi. A committee of 2 men and 3 women is to be formed from 4 men and 6 women. Find the number of ways of forming the committee if any of the persons can serve on the committee. And then 2 particular women cannot serve on the committee. So let's come to the total number of men are 4. And then the total number of women is 6. However, we are supposed to select 2 men and then 3 women from the committee. So since there are no restrictions or anyone can serve on the committee, then for I, the total number of ways is equal to selecting 2 people from 4 men and then 3 people from 6 women. 4 combination 2 is 6 times 4 combination 3 is 20. And 6 times 20 is equal to 120. And the second part says that 2 particular women cannot serve on the committee. Now, the number of women are 6. However, this condition affects only the number of women. It doesn't affect the number of men. There are 4 men and we are supposed to choose 2. So it still remains 4 combination 2. However, 2 particular women cannot be on the committee. So if we subtract 2 from 6, then we are left with 4. So, but then, since 2 particular women cannot be on the committee, the number of women that can be on the committee are left with 3. So we select 3 from the remaining 4. So it becomes times 4 combination 3. And this is equal to 24. Find the number of arrangements of the word rotten. In how many of these arrangements are the letters T together? So let's write it here. We are talking about rotten. How many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 letters in rotten. And therefore, the number of ways you can arrange 8 letters is equal to 8 factorial. However, there is a repetition. T repeats itself 3 times. And therefore, the number of ways is equal to 8 factorial divided by 3 factorial. And this is equal to 6,720. Then the question in the second part says, in how many of these arrangements are the letters T together? So if we put the letters T together, then that means all the 3 T's will be counted as 1. So we've counted 1 T. Now the remaining letters are ROING, which is 5. So 5 plus 1 is 6. And therefore there are remaining 6 letters. So the number of ways to arrange 6 letters is equal to 6 factorial. And then 6 factorial is 720. A committee of 4 people is to be chosen from 5 married couples. Find how many ways the committee can be chosen if everyone is equally eligible. Now, since there are 5 couples, it means that it is a man and a woman 5 times. So the total number of people are 10 people. Now, if there are no restrictions, we are supposed to select 4 from 10 people. So therefore, the first part, I, the number of ways to do this is equal to 10 combination 4. And 10 combination 4 is 210. Then the second part, the committee should include at least 1 woman. That means we can select 3 men and then select 1 woman. Or we can select 2 men and select 2 women. Or we can also select 1 man and then select 3 women. Or we can select 0 men and select 4 women. You can see that 1 to 4, the least number of women that are in all of this is 1. So therefore, this makes our assumption right. So now, 3 men from 4 men is 4 combination 3. Sorry, there are 5 couples. So we are talking about 5 men and then 5 women. So we are supposed to select 3 men from 5 men. So it becomes 5 combination 3. Then we are supposed to select 1 woman from 5 women. So 5 combination 1 plus. The next one is we select 2 men from 5 men. So 5 combination 2. And then we also select 2 women from 5 women. So times 5 combination 2 and plus. Then the third one, we also select 1 man, which is 5 combination 1. And then 3 women, which is 5 combination 3. And then plus, let's open another bracket. 0 men, which is 5 combination 0 times 1 man, and that is 4 combination 1. So this is equal to 5 combination 3 is 10 times 5 combination 1 is 5 plus 5 combination 2 is 10 times 5 combination 2 is 10 plus 5 combination 1 is 5, then times 5 combination 3 is also 10. and plus 5 combination 0 is 1, then times 4 combination 1. Sorry, here is supposed to be 5. 5 combination 1. 5 combination 1 is also 5. So let's add them. This becomes 5 times 10 is 50 plus 10 times 10 is 100 and plus 5 times 10 is 50 and plus 1 times 5 is 5. So this becomes 5 plus 100 plus 5 is 200 plus this 5 is 205. So the number of ways that includes at least one woman are 205 ways. How many arrangements of the letters in the word coins can be made if every arrangement is to begin and end with a vowel? So we have coins. Now, you can see that there are only 2 vowels in coins. So for it to begin and end, there are only 2 ways to arrange these 2 vowels, and therefore that is 2 permutation 2. And if we select these 2, we arrange these 2 and we are done. It's left with 3 letters which we must arrange. So that is going to give us 3 permutation 3. And at the end of the day, 2 permutation 2 is 2. Then 3 permutation 3 is 6. 2 times 6 is equal to 12. So there are 12 ways. A student is to answer 6 out of 8 questions in an examination. How many choices has he if 1, he must answer the first 2 questions, and then 2, at least 3 of the first 4 questions? So let's start with the first part. If he must answer the first 2 questions, if he must answer the first 2 questions, then he must select 2 questions out of the first 2 questions, and that is 2 combination 2. And then the remaining, because remember he's supposed to answer a total of 6 questions. So 6 minus 2 will be left with 4. So he's supposed to select the remaining 4 out of, but remember that we've selected 2 questions already. So here is left with 6. So it's supposed to select the remaining 4 out of 6 questions. And that becomes 6 combination 4. So 2 combination 2 is 1. And then 6 combination 4 is 15. 1 times 15 is equal to 15. And then the second part says that at least 3 of the first 4 questions. So this means that he can answer the first 3 questions out of the 4. And when he answers 3 questions out of the 4, it will be left with 3 questions. And he will answer the other 3 questions out of the remaining 4. Or he can also answer 4 questions out of the 4 questions and answer the remaining 2 questions out of the 4 questions. So that's going to give us 4 combination 3 then times 4 combination 3 then plus 4 combination 4 for this one, then times 4 combination 2. 4 combination 3 is 4 times 4 combination 3. This one too is 4 plus 4 combination 4 is 1 times 4 combination 2. That's 6. 4 times 4 is 6 plus 1 times 6 is 6. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 times 6 is 6. 16 plus 6 is equal to 22. So there are 22 different ways. If 6 permutation n is equal to 24 times into bracket 6 combination n, find the value of n. So let's write it. So 6 permutation n is the same as 6 factorial divided by 6 minus n factorial. This is equal to 24 times 6 combination n, which is 6 factorial divided by 6 minus n factorial. So let's multiply through by 1 over 6 factorial and multiply this one too by 1 over 6 factorial. So this one and this one will cancel. This one and this one will also cancel. So at the end of the day, we are left 1 over 6 minus n factorial equals 24 divided by 6 minus n factorial. Now let's multiply both sides by 6 minus n factorial. Multiply this side to by 6 minus n factorial. So this one and this one cancels out, and this one and this one cancels out. So at the end of the day, we are going to learn with 24 divided by n factorial equals 1. In other words, this implies that n factorial is equal to 24. And then 24 can also be written as 4 factorial, because 4 factorial is equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 4 times 3 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24. And therefore, this implies that n is equal to 4. In a class of 15 students, there are 6 seating positions in the front row. How many different arrangements of students in the front row are possible if no seating position remains empty? Now, there are 15 students and 6 seating row. So the first thing is we need to select 6 students out of the 15. So the way of selecting 6 students out of 15 is 15 combination 6. But after we are done with that, then we need to arrange these 6 students in the 6 different sitting positions. And the way to arrange 6 students in 6 different positions is the same as 6 permutation 6. Now, 15 combination 6 is 5005 times 6 permutation 6, that is 720. And if you multiply both, I'm going to get 360 and then 360 0. So that is 3,603,600. How many odd numbers of 4 or 5 digits can be formed from the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 without repetition? So the digits are 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Now, since they are odd numbers, what are the odd numbers? Every odd number must end with an odd number. So you see that there are only 2 odd numbers in here. So we need to first arrange the first 2 numbers. So 2 odd numbers, and the way to form them is 2 combination 1. So we are going to select 1 number out of 2 numbers, and so the last number is 2 combination 1. Now if you select, we are doing for 4 digits, then later we'll do for 5 digits. So if we select 1 out of 4 digits, out of these 5 digits, allow 4 digits that can fill the first position. However, 0 cannot stand the number, and therefore we are left with only 3 digits. So we have to select 1 digit out of 3, which is 3 combination 1. And then now for the second digit, we selected the first digit, we selected the second digit. We selected the last digit and we selected the first digit. So it's left with 2 digits that we must select out of 3 digits. So that one to the second digit will be 3 combination 1. And then the third digit, and we selected the last digit, the first and the second digit. So it's only left with 1 digit that we must select from 2 numbers. So that is 2 combination 1. 3 combination 1 is 3 times 3 combination 1 is also 3 times 2 combination 1 is 2, and times 2 combination 1 is also 2. 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, 18 times 2 is 36. So for the 4 digits, there are 36 different odd numbers that can be formed from this. Now let's come to the 5 digits. For the 5 digits, it's the same thing. So let's first do the last digit. There are two ways because there are two odd numbers here. So there are two ways of selecting the last digit. So we are selecting one out of two numbers. Sorry, since we selected the first digit, they are left with four numbers, but we can't select zero. So we are left with three numbers. So the first digit can only be selected out of three numbers, and that is 3 combination 1. Now, the second digit, remember that 0 can be part of the second digit. So they are also, we have selected the last one and the first one. So they are left with 3 digits. So we need to select 1 out of 3 digits. So the third digit that we can select, they are left with 2 digits. So we have to select 1 out of 2 digits, which is 2 combination 1. And the last digit is 1 combination 1 because it's only level 1 digit. So 3 combination 1 is 3 times, 3 combination 1 3 times, 2 combination 1 is 2 times 1. There's a times here, and 2 combination 1 is 2. 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, 18 times 1 is 18 times 2, 36. So for 5 digits we get 36 ways. But then to be able to know the total number, so the total is going to be for 4 digits plus the 5 digits. That's going to give us 36 plus 36, which is equal to 76 different ways. Students are to answer 10 out of 13 questions in an examination. How many choices have they if there are no restrictions? So if there are no restrictions, it means that he has to answer all the 10 questions out of 13, which is the same as 13 combination 10. 13 combination 10 is equal to 286. Then B, if they must answer the first 2 questions. So how many ways can they answer the first 2 questions? That is 2 combination 2. They must select 2 questions out of 2 questions. So 2 combination 2. So this is A and then this is B. And then if they select 2 questions, then they are left with 8 questions which they must answer out of 11 questions. So times 11 combination 8. 2 combination 2 is 1 times 11 combination 8 is 165. So if we multiply 1 and 165, we are going to get 165. So let's come to C. They must answer the first question or the second question, but not both. So it means that they can answer the first question and then the remaining 9 questions. Remember, they cannot answer both. So we need to subtract 2 from 13, and that will give us 11. So they need to answer the remaining 9 questions out of 11 questions. And therefore, you can answer the first question and then answer the remaining 9 questions out of 11 questions. Or they can answer the second question and answer the remaining 9 out of the remaining 11 questions. So for the first part, that's going to give us, we are selecting 1 question out of 1. So 1 combination 1. And then we are selecting 9 questions out of 11, which is times 11 combination 9. Then plus, we are selecting for the second part 1 question out of 1, which is 1 combination 1. And then we are selecting the remaining 9 questions out of 11. So 11 combination 9. So this becomes 1 times 11 combination 9 is 55. Then plus 1 times 55. So it becomes 55 plus 55. 55 plus 55 equals 110. And then the D, they must answer at least 4 of the first 5 questions. What this means is that they can decide to answer 4 out of the first 5 questions. and then answer the remaining 6 out of 13 minus 5, and that is 8 out of 8 questions. Or they can answer 5 questions out of 5 questions and answer the remaining 5 questions out of 8 questions. Sorry, it becomes 5 for this part, combination 4 times 8 combination 6 plus 5 combination 5 and times 8 combination 5. 5 combination 4 is 5 times 8 combination 6 is 28. And plus 5 combination 5 is 5. Sorry, 1 times 8 combination 5 is 56. So 5 times 28 is 140 plus 1 times 56, which is 56. 140 plus 56, that is equal to 196. So this is the answer for at least 4 or 5 questions.